Goddesses, queens, and warriors, welcome to another home edition of Get It Girl. My name is Natasha Martinez, and we have a great show for you today because we're talking to Sarah Moore, who is here to talk about Lady Gaga, yes, the one and only Mother Monster, and their campaign with Bumpkin, hashtag #BeKind21. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us. You are involved with Bumpkins. How has this partnership been going so far? And tell us about the BeKind21 campaign.
This partnership is truly amazing. So I'll kind of just start out kind of how we got to get going with them and go from there. But yeah, we partnered with Lady Gaga's Born This Way Foundation this year. And it's their third consecutive year of this initiative. And it really is about just bringing kindness into our world. It's not about pushing product, pushing celebrity name, anything like that. It's about being kind. And so the Be Kind 21 challenge really calls on all of us just to build a culture of kindness that strengthens our communities. And Bumpkins' place in that, as we are a baby and infant feeding products company, we obviously are the caregivers and raising these children in this world. So it is so important for us to instill these habits in, the generations to come, that they're just being kind. It's not a habit at that point. It's a way of life. So we love partnering in this. I think there have been 49.9 million people already taking the pledge. Over 100 million acts of kindness have been pledged as well. So, and we're third, fourth day in?
Yeah.
It's amazing, yeah.
Wow, that is mind-blowing and just so needed today, especially. We need kindness, I think, more than anything. Mm-hmm. So, and we'll get into that a little bit later in the interview, but the Be Kind 21 campaign, so you're talking about people pledging these acts of services. What exactly is the challenge that's going on? Is it, I read that it's about forming habits, so can you kind of talk me through that a little bit more?
Yeah. So part of just taking this pledge is as simple as going online to either the Born This Way Foundation website or ours. It can link you directly there. You sign up to take a pledge. Step 2 is simply sharing the acts of kindness you are sharing to others or even yourself. For myself as a mom, I never have time to take a nap, so that is something on my 21 days, as simple as that is. And pledging that, so making your 21-day list, I actually have one here to show you. And we give an example of our own on the back, which is really sweet. But once you go through those, just start sharing them on social media with the hashtag BeKind21. The entire goal is to create a little corner of the internet that's all about kindness, when you're feeling down in the week or anything, just a quick search on Instagram, BeKind21, and it just gives you all the warm and fuzzies you may need to keep going with your week. So we love it.
That's incredible because I gotta say, just given COVID and everything going on with the social injustices in the world, the internet is a depressing place. You got to be real about it. So it's so nice to know that you guys are really providing something that can lift people's spirits because, like I said, that's what we need. I loved reading that it really takes 21 days to form a habit.
It totally does too. Good habits are bad, either or.
I know, good habits are bad. So we'll get into that. But I liked what you said. You're like, I'm a mom and I don't take a nap for myself. So it's not just being kind to others, but being kind for yourself, right?
Exactly. And as far as our little corner of the world being focused on the caregiving in children, for example, something I like to do with my son is have a yes day and just making him feel empowered, Kindness can be more than just the acts of actual kindness, You really have to think about the whole aspect of it and really what it means to each person. I know that kindness is always kind of seen as a soft emotion, but it's not. It takes so much strength and compassion to be kind to others, Right. How many times do we walk past someone and not say hi? Mm-hmm. It takes a lot for people to say hi to people they don't know. So just those little things can truly make our world a better place. And I'm all about that.
So, okay, you've been working with Bumpkins. Can you tell us a little bit more about the brand?
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to. Bumpkins started out actually about 30 years ago, and we started out as a cloth diapering company, which is pretty cool. But we were the first all-in-one cloth diaper on the market, which is another awesome brag. But the owner found that that outer shell material she was using worked so well that she brought it into the wide array of waterproof products that we're now known for. So the bibs, the sleeved bibs, smocks, little reusable bags, all of it's made of that waterproof fabric. We've kind of branched out a bit from there, really creating the entire feeding solution. So we have dishware, utensils, things like that. But like I said, this whole campaign, we obviously know it's not about Bumpkins. It's not about our product. It's about kindness. It's what the world needs right now. So it's really about spreading that message.
Yeah. Now, did you ever think that you would get a chance to say that by proxy you've gotten to work with Lady Gaga?
It's like honestly amazing. And my best friend is a little monster. She's a fan. That's what they're all called little monsters.
Yeah, in case anyone doesn't know, she's the mother monster and her fans are little monsters, and this is what you do, okay?
Yeah, one of my best friends, she actually works for Bumpkins as well, and she is the one that kind of created this partnership. And
that's awesome.
We love now knowing that we're making a difference as a company. You know, it's beyond the product, beyond the consumer goods. So it's amazing.
Absolutely. Getting back to the kindness, because this is definitely what it's about. How are some ways that people can make sure that they are being kind to themselves, especially during these trying times?
Personally, as a parent, for me, it can just be taking 5 minutes time out to check in with myself, you know, and if that means lock myself in a bathroom, then I have to do it. But seriously, just taking 5 minutes to yourself, check in with yourself, see how you're feeling. Another one I like to do is self-care Sundays.
Yes.
What woman doesn't love self-care?
I know, they're the best.
Definitely. But I do find that I tend to, I just wind my Sundays down because I'm so tired and I just fall asleep versus really taking the time to take care of myself.
Yeah.
So I really have pledged to do that.
What's your self-care Sunday routine?
It is a glass of wine. We do the whole face mask.
Okay.
I make myself a nice dinner because I love cooking. I'm not really a takeout person.
Oh, good for you.
I love it.
I stopped ordering takeout. I could get rid of this quarantine 15 like that.
Right? I love it. The
so
takeout portion of quarantine has been great.
Yes.
And I usually wind it up with a bubble bath, and I like to read. So I read, and that's my little self-care time to myself.
It's definitely so important to do, especially because sometimes I feel like we don't feel like ourselves right now. If we're staying at home all the time, we're not really going into the office as much, going out to socialize. So it's kind of like, I don't feel like myself. So I love that this initiative is really putting the focus, because if you focus on yourself and you're happy, then you're able to help other people, which I think is, you know, the point of this campaign. You mentioned that you're a parent. How old is your son?
He is 4.
4. And how has it been staying with him during the stay-at-home orders?
So staying at home with him, being a working mom, was a huge challenge. You know, 16, 18-hour days, you know, just spread out because you can't spend 8 hours just working anymore.
Yeah.
So it was super intense. And I have to say my mental health went downhill doing that. Preschool has opened back up here. We're in Phoenix, Arizona. So he is there during the day. I'm back at the office. Both of us are happier. It's so crazy how that happens. But that being said, all that time at home, we made so many memories, you know, that otherwise wouldn't have happened. Yeah. And so much family time, and just, we went camping together, socially distanced.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, just having that extra family time and being able to reconnect, eat dinners together, and be able to teach him and see actually where he is in his learning process versus just hearing from his teachers. All of that has made a huge difference, definitely.
Yeah, That's funny how, sometimes the space can bring people closer together, especially after a consecutive amount of like time.
Yeah,
But, I think a lot of parents can relate to how you're feeling. Like it's been hard having to have their kids around when they're also expected
totally.
to keep the same level amount of work going. So what is your best advice to parents who feel like they may be still struggling at this point, staying at home with their children?
I definitely keep going back to the take time to yourself as much as you can. I know you're in one house together, it's almost impossible, but that's really probably the thing that kept me sane, And
Yeah.
when I would get him to bed at night, I just had to zone out, no work for 2 hours, And then I'll get back to it, but give me 2 hours to myself to just zone out, lose my brain. Um,
That's great.
and when it's nicer, here in Phoenix, Arizona, it's super hot, but those getting out and taking a walk, bike rides, that was super helpful in the beginning of quarantine. We can't do that now too, but we're super cooped up, but it was
Yeah.
great in the beginning.
Okay, so we mentioned at the top of the interview that the Be Kind 21 is basically the idea that you can build any habit, good or bad, in 21 days. So I'm going to put you on the spot. What would you say is your worst habit that you have?
Ooh, biting my nails. I
Oh,
get my nails done though, but I found that was like an issue in quarantine, not getting my nails done. But
yeah.
I've been really good about it. I've been sitting on my hands or holding them, and that's going to be my habit that I get rid of this month. That's going along with my kindness, because that's
Oh,
kind of
that's
too,
good.
you know.
Yeah, I struggle with biting my nails too. And yeah, I found that when they don't look nice, then I'm like, oh, and
Exactly.
it's an anxiety thing as well. Anytime I feel
Totally.
anxious, boom, and it's so bad. My grandma used to tell me, I'm gonna put chili on your fingernails so that
Yeah,
you don't bite them anymore.
I've totally heard the same thing.
Yes, it's
Same
so
thing.
funny. Okay, how about your best habit?
Ooh, my best habit is I am a great tipper. I
Okay.
just have always tipped the service industry so well. I've taught everyone around me to do the same. I was once in the food service industry. I feel like everyone should do it once in their life to know what it's like.
Yeah.
But it is a really good habit of mine, and I am not afraid to brag about it. And yeah.
Why not? You're paying it forward.
Exactly.
You get back what you put out, right? And why not do something that is going to appreciate somebody that works so hard? So I
Exactly.
love that you do that.
Yeah.
So definitely want to ask, why do you feel like this campaign is so important right now, especially during COVID?
Especially during COVID, because we are so separated. Everyone is socially distanced. No one's able to show each other the little everyday acts that we could before. And I know that I mentioned bragging about kindness before, but that's very important, is don't be afraid to brag about kindness. It is something that you should be bragging about, these acts of kindness. And so I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there.
No, that's okay. I think that's true. Like, it's great to be humble, but it's also good to celebrate, things that are positive and not feel ashamed to talk about those things or feel like you're being maybe overly confident or something like that. Yeah, it's nice when people have confidence in the good things that they're doing, because it helps, I think, set an example for others to sort of follow suit. So yeah, I definitely like that. What has been maybe the most heartwarming act of kindness that you've read over social media?
There was a mom and a little girl, 4 years old. Her name was Bryn. And she had helped her little brother, 2 years old, put his toys away. And while it doesn't seem like a huge thing, having a 4 year old, I know how big of a deal that was. In the fact that he's sharing his own time and putting away her toys, because
Mhm.
it's hard enough to get a 4 year old to put their own toys away. And just knowing that this challenge is making a difference to to children's minds that are sponges,
Mhm.
it is so heartwarming, and knowing that they are also making these things a habit. So for us, it is truly retraining our brains, but for them, they're sponges. So it is, you know, it's a whole learning curve. I love it.
Definitely. Now, how can people participate in the challenge? Do they go to the Bumpkins website, or how do they do that?
You can go to our website. We have a whole Be Kind section full of resources, different mental health lines that you can call, things for parents, children, everyone in between. But you go there, you will go to the Born This Way Foundation site. You'll sign up to take the pledge, simple as that. You'll get a lot of information like the calendar, the list you can make. And it's pretty simple from that point on. We just ask that you post, you share your acts of kindness with the hashtag BeKind21. And step 3, we just ask that you keep up those acts of kindness all year round and actually making that a habit.
Definitely, because it's not just, okay, 21 days, like, I'm good.
And I do have to say, with those resources, we do have a little card here that I am going to show you. In sources, just resources back and front. But I have to say, when I would receive something like this in the mail, I would really probably just toss it. I took the time in truly going to these resources online. And I can say when I first became a mom and I was nursing at 4 a.m., sobbing, just begging for anyone to talk to, you know, I didn't know where to look. And I'm telling you, these resources are amazing resources across the board, from children to adults. Another thing, when you do go to our website, to that little page, you will have the option to pick up a little kindness kit. So you can go up, sign up for it, and we send out all of these cute little stickers. We have resources with the list for you to make, and then as well as the little resource list as well.
This challenge is definitely, I think, giving people positivity, something to look forward to. And on the note of quarantine habits, I actually have a little game that I would love to play with you.
Ooh, yes.
So it's going to be a little bit of a trivia, I guess, but it's just asking questions about how your quarantine is going, pretty much. And you got to answer honestly.
Okay.
So the first question is, how often have you been showering? Is it the usual amount of times, more than usual, or definitely less than usual?
More than usual, because I'm bored.
Bored, yes. Okay, that's true.
There's really nothing else to do.
I saw this meme on Instagram where it was like, COVID has me feeling like if I took a shower that day, that I've accomplished something at least.
Yeah, it is totally true though. It stops at the shower, I do have to say. There's no getting ready every day. This is pretty rare.
Well, you look beautiful. Okay, what has been your guilty pleasure? Is it watching bad TV, becoming a Zoom addict, or maybe being in your pajamas for a week or like a month or something?
Definitely watching bad TV. I'm a reality TV junkie, unfortunately.
Are you into Love Island?
I was just gonna say, so those Love Islands right now have got me going. I love it.
So is it the US one or the UK version?
Okay, all about the UK.
It's so much better because I watched it with a couple of friends the other night, the US version that just launched.
Mm-hmm.
The UK version is just so much.
It's so much better. So much better.
I love it. You and me, girl, we've got some similarities. Okay. All right. How many times have you been out without a face mask? Is it A, none? I'm not a Karen. I take this seriously. B, maybe a few, but just to pick up the mail. Or C, all the time. I don't believe in it.
I'm a 1. I have worn my mask all the time. No Karen here.
No Karens. This is a no Karen zone, okay? Good. Well, you, of course, have to be careful with your son, right?
Definitely. He actually has taken the mask thing pretty well. I think it has to do with just brands coming up with cute prints and stuff. He doesn't have to wear one at school, but we're never really out and about. We've done pretty good at isolating ourselves, but every now and again, when he needs to wear it, it hasn't been a problem.
How do you explain something like COVID to a 4-year-old? I have another friend, she also has a 4-year-old, coincidentally, and she just says, you know, there's a big scary monster out there, his name is COVID, and we need to wear a mask to protect ourselves. She's like, okay, and she'll put it on. So how did you approach describing that to your son?
It was really hard, and I don't think I came up with anything for like a month, to be honest. Just we were on vacation, but then we did end up telling him there's a virus. He understood that virus meant sick. So we just told him that there was a virus spreading around and it won't go away unless everyone wears their masks all the time whenever we go out. So he was asking why we couldn't see cousins, why we couldn't see friends. And right now he just knows because of coronavirus. There's not really anything other that he understands beyond that. So
yeah, I love it. All right, next question. Since you mentioned you love to cook, yes. How many loaves of banana bread have you baked since the start of quarantine?
4. I can actually count this one. I have been a crazy baker, it's true. And I still don't have my recipe perfected, but Chrissy's Vegans is the best one I've found thus far.
Oh, yum. All right, that's making me hungry already. All right, and how many new hobbies have you picked up? Or old hobbies?
Ooh, a couple old hobbies. I picked back up my books, so I'm reading again, and podcasts. That has probably been a new habit for mine. I never really listened to them before.
Yeah, I know, me too. Do you have any podcast recommendations?
I'm really into listening to the Jeffrey Epstein stuff right now, so I'm totally into that.
No, it's very interesting, and definitely with the new, arrest that happened a few months ago. But you can dive into some conspiracy black holes there. So
absolutely,
that will balance out the Love Island binge watching, I think.
Exactly.
Well, Sarah, I've had so much fun getting to talk to you and learning about the Be Kind 21 campaign with Bumpkins. How can everyone find you online?
So you can go to our website, bumpkins.com, or you can find us on Instagram at bumpkinsbaby.
Amazing. Thank you guys so much. Everyone, tune into the Be Kind 21 challenge. Why not be kind? We need it. Thanks for watching Get It Girl, and for watching us at home. Follow us on Get It Girl TV and LA TV Network. Sarah, thank you so much. You guys, I'm Natasha Martinez. See you next time.